Right, again to the Lake District. This is Grasmere, English lakes, and I don't often paint portrait size or portrait. Usually paint landscape, but for this one I'm going to just draw something in here, just some rocks. Okay, that'll do for the rocks. We'll put some texture or some sort of detail in this. Horizon, come across here. Just an aid mark really, just to show where things are. Now the idea is to keep this simple. I'm going to do another autumn scene. But autumn in the mist. So I'm going to have some sort of reflections coming, a bit of a beach on the other side here. Now there, this is more distant here. Bit of a beach coming across there. And some boughs coming down. But we'll do this in autumn colours because it is autumn. Been out on my bike this morning and I took a photo. Let's see if it comes like up like on my tablet here. On my on my phone. Alright. Bear with me a moment. I go to my gallery. I was just on the Wandle this morning. I was just trying to get some, or the odd photograph to paint, but I still want to paint. Paint the lakes. I really do enjoy that. Not sure I know what I'm doing really. Can you see this? Right, that's... Oh, there's little Harry this morning. Little Harry. He's still not well, but that was on the bike. This is a cycle pedestrian path here. I'm just trying to capture some of these autumn colours, but they're not fully blown yet. But show you some. They're the ones I did yesterday. It's Harry again. Harry, close up. There we are, he's a lovely little cat. No, okay, so, yeah, next week maybe there'll be more autumn colours in the leaves, but for this I'm going to invent. So first off, I'll go over this with almost clean water. Wet in wet. Soak in, and afterwards put a bit of raw sienna just to warm it up. So here's my palette: lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, paints red, burnt sienna. I like burnt sienna. It's a beautiful dark red. And you can make burnt sienna by adding a bit of the light red to the burnt umber. Almost, not quite. Okay, so put a bit of a grey sky for it. It's misty type of painting. So a bit of ultramarine, a bit of Payne's grey on the blue side. Down all the way. Right, now the paper has grown, so I'm going to just reclip it, keep it nice and flat. Unfortunately, my my landscape board is not the right way out or size for turning the paper around. I've got one somewhere, but don't know where it is. Right, so we'll put in some distance, but I still want it warm. I want the autumny colours in the murk. Right, so just wet. I'll just wet the red and put the burnt umber there. So we'll put a bit of blue in there. So we'll just. It's all going to run everywhere. But it doesn't matter because it's going to be a misty scene. Just thicken up a little bit. Okay. And then a bit of a beach showing through across here. And put a bit of that reflection down here. Okay. Oh, well, that still needs to be a little bit heavier, so a bit more of that burnt umber. And the ultramarine, that gives a good grey colour. I want to be able to just lift out some of the tree trunks in this with the fingernail, but I want it to be a little bit drier than that. So we're going with a bit of strength along the bank here. Right, and we'll warm up as we come into this bit of the picture. We can put greens in there as well. Then a heavier autumny colour here. So the trees are still full leaf, but they're just all changing the colour into these nice autumn browns. I'll let this dry a little bit. Let's dry there. And get some bit of grey. Right, we'll let that go, and I'll just bring in some nice colour into the reflection. Bit of yellow in here. Bit too dark, I think. Let's just wet that off a bit. Come down to our rocks. Alright, let's just lift out some of these. I will paint over this just to show some trunks and bit dark as well. And I have some in here coming up and a bit of a beach there. So let's just draw a heavier beach across. What's that? That's for those trees to anchor onto. Just reflecting in there. The colour's a little bit wrong there, but I'll just redo that. Yeah, if you do this too quickly, it fills in. Okay. while that's drying off, I'll just reclip the paper again. Or reclip. I've just got a little bit of masking tape on the bottom of that there, just to hold it flat. I'll do that one. See, that's nice and flat now, give or take. Okay. Might need to go over that again, but we'll see. I just want to put in some overhead silhouetted foliage. Now it's dried, alter the shape of your brush or the direction that you're doing this with. Let's get some lighter colours, and then we can go into some darker colours, burnt umber, bit of ultra. And the sort of shadow of this. Quite amazing what you can do with this hake. It takes a bit of getting used to, I must admit, but well worth it. Right, we'll let that dry a little bit. Now I'll do the rocks now. Now because the rocks are down here, a lot of rocks are covered in sort of algae. We'll just put these in. We've got to remember we're counter changing light against dark, so we're putting some other colours in here. Dark. Moderate your colours. You use a lot of different colours, red, nice bit of yellow, and then we've got grey rocks as well, so a bit of burnt umber, bit of ultramarine. All the way down into there. Then I can do some scraping. Keeping the Payne's grey out of this. Right, now we've got to model this, but I want to put some green back in there. So I just use a bit of lemon yellow, get some in there. So when I scrape it, hopefully it will show up as green. Right, from my card, and go back with some texture over this. So once I scrape the paint off and out, but leave some of in the hollows. Just to show that there's a variation in the colour. Remember, this is a misty scene. I'll just scrape out some of that. The shadows. I'll go over this with dark in a minute. Right, now while that is doing, I'll drying off a little bit. I'll put in a bit of some branches. I'll use a Payne's grey with some ultramarine burnt umber there. And use the edge of the hake for putting it in. Something like that. Now we've got quite a bit of shadow in here, so let's just put that in. Rigger. I think we might do best with the rigger. Plenty of water with the rigger. Like I didn't use there. Got to do some detailing here, but faint. Okay. Just this overhanging tree here. Right, let's some faint trunks just showing. And these would be near the front of the background. Put a little bit of detail on there. Going up all there. Try and get your reflection more or less. What's above, what's below. Some of these are stand of trees here. And some heavier ones on the right here, coming out to this bank. Just an impression. I'm not doing any portraits of or exactitude. Good word. I'm just doing or hinting at things rather than painting them in solidly. And this is all sort of a bit warmer here, so let's just anchor. That's not quite the right colour there, but I can't do much better, I don't think. This is just the illusion now. think what's happened there. Right, I'll just faintly put in the bank here. Going across there. If that registers. Just this impression, just suggestions. I want to put in a bit of texture on here now, so dark green, so Payne's grey, and the lemon yellow, but plenty of lemon yellow in that. Just to try to keep that impression of algae, and I need some shadow on there, so I'm going to do dark green. Let's put some ripples in there. Okay, more dark, I think, more warm dark. Just outlining the negative shape there. More darks in here. Right, not much I can do with that now, I don't think. I'm going to call that finished. I'm going to sign it, and I'll somehow put it in a mount. Let's put a signature here. I won't put any birds in because it's supposed to be a misty scene. Right, I'll just take the clips off and, oops. Put that, whoops, on there. Probably the sheet isn't level, but the horizon's not horizontal. Oops, sorry, hold on. Alright, okay. So there we have Grasmere. An impression of, that's just a little bit too obvious, isn't it? Let's just move that over a little bit. That edge is just a bit too unsubtle. Well, there we are, just a quick impression of Grasmere in the mist. Let's just come out there. Right, I've tried to show autumn colours. I think they're okay. The background is quite simple, misty. Not quite as ethereal as I would have liked. That's not a very good shape, is it? But it's done now. I maybe could just put in some light there, put a bit of raw sienna, bit of the brown. Just I've improved it or what. But anyway, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll zoom in and we'll have a look at the background first. That's what I've just done. So there's the tree overhanging. All very simple. That's the distance there. Just some little bits coming out of the mist. It's just that's got a little bit wrong there. But I put the beach in the other side, and the beach coming along here. The rocks, well, I quite like the rocks. I don't know if you do, but they look like rocks, not strata. And I put some ripples in here, and they, well, I think I could have painted the water just a little bit darker, but I don't want detail on it. I think there's enough. But anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.